Okay, what I really want to talk today about is my model. Now, this is really the dog's bollocks of it all. This is really where I've kind of consolidated everything into the authentic coach, and the recovery coach creates and works in an environment of crisis, chaos and conflict. And the most important thing for the recovery coach is to be authentic and to provide authentic coaching. Now, in the model, what we're looking for is a systemic relationship between all the different role players. So there we have the addict, here we have the family members, here we have the workplace environment. And often what happens is there's a codependent behavior and addictive behavior that is causing a systemic impact. And when you get called to come in and to coach the system, to use coaching as a systemic intervention, you need to recognize which part of the system that you're in. And the way to do that is to notice what the relationships are between the relevant role players. So for example, in this scenario here, the goal is for the family members who might be codependent on the behavior of the addict is to move along a continuum, most probably to a place of independence first, and then for the relationship to move to a place of interdependence. And what the family members need to do is to learn how to detach from the problem of this person's illness, and to get to realize that they didn't cause it, they can't cure it, and they can't control it. And those are the 3 C's that come from Naranon. And the overall kind of spiritual goal or a place to be is a place of acceptance. You know, we brought our son into the world, we've done the best we can to build him up and to teach him about life, but if he's not going to take responsibility for his illness, we are disempowering him by being codependent. We need to empower that person to take responsibility for that life, and that's often about stopping the enabling behavior. Once you stop the enabling behavior, hopefully there will be a systemic change. So the goal is to get the family to start working. On this side of the continuum, or on this part of the relationship, is often with the workplace, or where the person's getting money from, and the family. And often it might be the family member is supporting the addict because they're the only one that's working. And the person that actually needs the support and the help is the family member, to stop being taken hostage by the addict behavior. So this continuum is we're trying to get the awareness of the addiction to reduce the harm that behavior is causing, and to hopefully get to a place of complete abstinence. That's the overall kind of goal, is to get to abstinence. But how are we going to provide support to the illness in this part of the continuum? And part of the model here is we as the workplace or as families, we need to be compassionate towards the illness, we need to cooperate, we need to work with it, it's a systemic problem, and we need to provide care. It's not as if these people are saying, this is how I want my life to be, this is what my choices are. That's certainly not the case. Nobody starts off taking drugs thinking, I want to end up homeless with a criminal record, stealing to support my habit from those people that are most vulnerable, which are usually the people that I love. That is not what the behavior is, or what's wanting. In this part of the model, the goal is to get the client to take responsibility, and to do that we need to hold them accountable to their behavior. And from this side of the model, we're looking to contain the problem, to confront the problem, and to commit to a solution. You're trying to get change within the system, and you're trying to get any role player within the system to change, because we know with the systemic illnesses, when you change one part of the system will change. So what we're trying to do here is get accountability Yeah, to stop the blaming behavior, the accountability. Okay, so you want to take drugs, you want to do this, that's fine, but to be accountable to that, you need to support your own habit. But if you're stealing to support your habit, then you need to be held accountable for your actions. And what we're trying to do is just to get awareness along this continuum, because if you look at it from use, misuse, abuse, dependence, often what's happening is the workplace environment or the fatherly role or wherever this part is they can see the dependence, but the person here, from their perspective, they're in denial and they see it all as using. So what we're trying to do as the coach is to facilitate the relationship between the different role players. This is systemic coaching. This is using coaching as a systemic intervention into a systemic problem, and very much like business coaching, we are interested in the relationships, a systemic relationship. It is not our job to come up with solutions for the system. Our job is to identify the roles, see what the goals are for them, and then to get the system to empower itself and take responsibility for systemic change. That might have been a lot of waffle, but yeah, that's what I want.